All right, first of all, thank you, everybody, and thank you to Mr. Bellum for having us out here today. We're here at Bell's Powder Coating, and I just driving up here today and thinking about everything that's going on in town, and how Bell's Powder Coating stands out as a positive example of a local business, right? We're reminded of the invaluable contributions that all workers make here in North Attleboro, right, and across the Commonwealth. But you walk through Bell's here today and you see diversity and dedication, right? You really see that, and it comes out. And it stands as the backbone of this business. But also, it's a testament to the strength of North Attleboro. But in light of this, I want to urge all the decision makers in the Commonwealth and the federal government, right, that we need to accelerate the process by which work authorization is granted for migrants, right? We see three benefits to being able to do this. The first one, hard work, right? The backbone of what we do, and it contributes economically and socially to our town and to the individual. And it allows the individuals to support their families with dignity, right? And finally, it provides a way for them to make a contribution to the system that is supporting them today. All right, many that I have talked to are eager to work, right, and to make a contribution and be a part of that system that's supporting them. Their willingness is evident. You walk through Bell's Powder Coating today and you can see it. You drive through the industrial park in North Attleboro and you will see help wanted signs on almost every business. There is opportunity here. We need the Commonwealth and our federal authorities to speed up the process by which work authorization is granted while these individuals and families seek their status through our legal system. If we can streamline that process, right, we can empower these individuals, right, and improve our community as well. The migrants are more than just a number waiting in line for their turn. They have an ability to contribute today and make a difference here in North Attleboro, and we should help them do that. So we've got some great individuals here. We thank Representative Scanlon for being here. Thanks to Paul Bellum for inviting us. Michelle McEwen, the Assistant Superintendent, for all that they do. And at this time, we'll take any of your questions.
Yes. Have there been any other businesses that have hired immigrants aside from Paul's?
So I know Paul has brought on 12.
12 with 3 more coming after the new year.
3, but I don't know of any others at this time.
Do you know how many people are still at the shelter site as of now?
Yeah, we have 67 families, and that was actually reported by the Commonwealth. Probably one of the legislature enacted a reporting mechanism that the governor has to resolve, and that came out earlier this week, and we are tracking the same number at 67 families, a little less than 200 total people.
And one more question. The governor has set up sites for work authorization expedition. Have you used some of those sites as of yet?
Yeah, absolutely. We've taken advantage of it. We've even done things like helping people build resumes, right? And bringing all of that together. We're very interested in people that can get the authorization to work and legally be able to work to help them find employment.
Question for Paul.
Yes, sir.
Communication been an issue with that?
Communication is no problem. I have outside voice. I have many interpreters here. I have Spanish-speaking people. I have French. I have Creole. I have Portuguese, African, and I have a very diverse workforce here that can speak many languages. So if I need help with translation, I'll just grab somebody and say, give me a hand here, will you? I'm having a hard time.
Paul, you know, once the primaries are over, one of the issues is going to be these people are stealing your jobs. Do you think that's the case?
They're not stealing anybody's jobs. So it's, as Mr. Borg said, there's help wanted signs everywhere in this park. Nobody wants to work except for these people. And they work hard. They're very dedicated employees. They're proud of their jobs. They take their job with pride, and they do a great job. And I'm very proud at this moment to be able to say that I'm employing Karen and Adriana, because you know what? They're not getting any assistance from the state. They're not getting anything, not one dime. But when I took them on, now they have money to spend on their children, and they're going to be able to give their kids Christmas presents this year, which they wouldn't have been able to had I not taken them on. And I want to thank Michelle so much, because the first time I was at that hotel, she said to me, these are two people that you need to hire, and I promised her that before Christmas I would have them on my payroll. And we were able to work it out, and we got it. They've been here, this is their second week, and I can't tell you how thankful I am right now. Along with all the other migrants that I have here, they are superior workers. They're proud of their jobs. They'll do anything you ask them. And, I'm beside myself on it. It's just, I wish I could find workers like them every single day. It's hard.
These are families. When families
Right.
come, children
Yes.
that need to be educated.
Right.
Does that put any strain on the school system?
Honestly, we went
Outside
to. We met the migrants because we wanted to register the students for school, and the state in that regard has offered support. They have offered financial support to our schools. We have classrooms already set up that the children were able to enroll in and be part of, and we really have been lucky enough to bring more diversity to our school system. The children are lovely and they love learning. They're learning English and bringing it home to their families as well, so it's been a pleasure.
How many students have been enrolled with these families?
There are 84 children total at the site, and 39 of them are school-age children that we've enrolled in school.
Or which schools?
It's spread out across all of the schools, preschool all the way through grade 12 high school.
I asked Paul about communication, different
Yes.
languages. He's been able to solve that issue here. How about in the school system?
We have an incredible world language department at the high school with several teachers who speak multiple languages, so they have come over with us during registration time, and we've had several other volunteers who have come to the site. They helped fill out paperwork, they helped us go through just explaining how school works in America, and they've really been incredible just supporting the families every time we visit. Thanks.
Hello.
Quick question for you, Rep. Scanlon. Recently, Governor Healy has released a report that about $900 million will be needed for the next budget regarding shelter. Is this a big problem regarding the state's fiscal status, or is this simply a drop in the bucket outside police?
Well, as I've said before, the federal government has really done nothing to help us financially, and we really need to continue to put pressure on Congress and the White House to ensure that we can do what we're doing here in North Attleboro, getting people jobs, educating people about our schools, in our schools. The kids are learning about our country's history. You know, they go to school and they say the Pledge of Allegiance every day. They want to be here, and they want to invest in our community, but ultimately that comes at a price, and we need the federal government to help out.
And regarding the federal government, there has been a deal in the works regarding border security and immigrants. There's nothing about work permits. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin said that that should be included, but there's been no reports on that. Any comment on the fact that the potential deal that could come out at any moment has no workings of work permits?
I haven't seen that, Adam. I've been mostly trying to follow it on the state side as much as I've been able to do, and we'll talk to the congressman about that. Thank you.
I do. I just got a couple of things I want to say. This is a tremendous opportunity for North Attleboro. People and business owners alike should embrace that these people are coming to town. And unfortunately, they didn't know where they were going. They ended up in North Attleboro. That's a good thing. And I say that because we have people that are coming into this town that want to embrace the town, want to participate in activities in this town, and they want to support this town. And for that reason, I thank Mr. Borg for coming here. And his first article I read about when they were coming. It was only a day prior to that Governor Healy was here, and I don't think we got word that they were coming until the next day when they showed up. But, you know, these are people. You know, the guy upstairs has taken good care of me all my life and my wife, and I feel it's time that we have to give back. And this is how I'm giving back to my community, which I've given a lot of my life to this community. But I see it as another opportunity to give more back to this community. And Michelle, I mean, she's at the hotel every time I go over there just about, and she's doing what she loves to do. She's talking to people, she's educating herself and educating them on the processes of enrolling their students. You know, I can't be any prouder of this community, except for the few that want to disparage it on Facebook. And, you know, it's not right. These are human beings. They deserve a chance, and I'm giving them the chance. And my wife and I are so proud of this opportunity to be able to support these people and give them the life that they're looking for.
Does it mean more to you as a veteran that because of you, you come?
It means a lot to me, Peter. Back in 1975, we evacuated Saigon. I was there for that. That was the proudest moment of my life because I saw people leaving the country because it was a bad country to be in. And it was just a terrible situation for them. And I saw the faces on the look on their faces when they came onto the ship. And it was of uncertainty. And when they came to America, to the United States, they put every foot they could forward to be a part of this country. They all got citizenship. They went to work right away. We had people welcome them. Why can't we welcome them like we did back then in 1975, 76, and 77? Why can't we do that again and hire these people, give them an opportunity to be whatever community, give them an opportunity to be a part of that community. And, you know, it's disheartening when I read remarks about them. And, you know, I'm only one person. I wish every business in town would at least go and talk to a couple of these, get their stories. Their stories are incredible. You know, we have a girl up front, you met her the last time you were here. She walked to 11 countries in 30 days to get to the border. And she came across, and she did it legally. You know, so things got to be bad in their countries for them to want to come here. And, you know, I welcome them. I really do.
Question for Mike.
Yeah, you bet.
Paul has hired 12, looking to bring in 3 more. I assume there's others staying at the hotel looking for work. Are any other businesses that you know of either hired or are looking to hire?
I don't know of any that have reached out to us specifically and looking. I know Paul, when he read about this, reached out to us and we set that up and we started looking for the individuals that had the work authorization, right? That's the key component to this, is having that paperwork in place. And that's really been the crux of the issue, expediting that process to be able to get them to work. I think if we had, out of the 67 families, 80 people that had work authorization, we'd have more businesses coming at us. But we started out on the very first day with only 3, and we aligned that with Paul, and then it's been growing. So I'd encourage all the other businesses in town, you know, because as I stated earlier in my comments, when I drove through the industrial park, I saw help wanted signs almost every place that we drove through. If you're looking to hire, and we can line that up with somebody that wants to have a job and can legally work, we're willing to help work that deal for any business here in town.
And final question for me, how many people already have their work authorization?
The 12.
Just the 12.
The 12 that I know of in track. Now that could change on a daily basis, right? And that's where we're working very closely with the National Guard at the lodging site. So when they do get notification and when they do get that, we can work to help them. And again, that's really the extent of what the town administration and town government has done. Most everything else, as you've seen, has been from charitable organizations, right? Or from the National Guard or from the Commonwealth, right? The town puts very little effort other than in trying to line up and make resources that exist in charitable or non-governmental organizations available to those migrants down at the hotel.
I know the town of North Attleboro has a good relationship with Congressman Austin. Have you spoken to him? Is there anything that he can do? He's only one man.
Well, look, I watched Congressman Auchincloss's comments, and he has advocated for a quicker process to streamline this and get it done. I have communicated that to his office. What I now would like to see, let's stop talking about it, let's do it. It's time to make it happen. Let's get action. Actions speak louder than any words. No fault of the congressman. He's caught up in the same bureaucratic process, and it comes down to Secretary Mayorkas. If he has the ability to make that decision, let's make that decision to let people be a part of a system. Nothing worse than somebody sitting in a hotel room idle for 6 months, right? They're going to find work. But at least if we get them the authorization, they can find legal work and pay back into the system that's supporting them while they're waiting for their status to be determined by the legal system that they've applied to. I implore all elected officials, all appointed officials, if you have the decision-making authority, if you can find a way to streamline the process, do it. Let's make it happen. Let's do it now.
Yeah. Prior to hiring the ones that I just reached, the 12, we're now at 48 employees. And to answer Adam's question, there's another, as of last week when I was there, there's 12 to 15, I believe it's almost 15, yeah, almost 15 people with work authorization papers that I was able to contact over there in the last week.